Hey guys, Monday, August 25th, 2025. Let's see what the Black Widow is going to do today. So far, Black Widow is very, very weak. She has taken out point of controls on the monthly and pushing lower, and the bears are in control. So if you're short, remain short. Looking at the weekly, kind of zoom in here, you can see that we're approaching our point of control within a 5-year time frame. Which is around 260 all the way to 262. So this is an area that I'm interested to see if it bounces off it or consolidates here. But if it continues pushing lower and have closes below this area that I just mentioned, 259 all the way to 262, it's going to continue pushing lower. Looking at our daily, you can see that we have taken out the anchored VWAPs from the 490 high and the 552 low on February 20th. And we've taken out a point of control within a 2-year time frame, 277. There's a value area low, which is a very possible target of 248, even 218. But the path of least resistance is to the downside. Looking at our simple glance, we got PPS sell signal on the monthly, weekly, and daily. So nothing is positive here. The only thing that is kind of interesting, if you follow Tom DeMark's work, I call it TD9. TD9 has started this week. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. The ninth candle down, sometimes it indicates a possible reversal. What's interesting is that it's right at the point of control, which is 262, kind of like a line in the sand. But be aware of that it is very bearish. Mid time frame, we have cracked the cloud. Short time frame, we've been cracked the cloud. And big time frame, we never got above the cloud. So all three time frames are negative with all sell signals. And below the moving averages, there's nothing positive on the weekly. Maybe a hockey stick building here, but not too promising. This is the only thing that looks promising, so we have to see how we close this week, and it's going to be a long week. So nothing really a positive here. Like I said, only the TD9 this week. Let's go into our geometry. As you can see, failing.
Not quite sure how to help you.
Looks like Google or my AI just chimed in asking me how to. I don't know if you heard that, but I was interested. He asked me. I'm not sure if I could help you with that, but anyway, price action hugging the midpoint, which is a 50%, but pushing lower. See if I can zoom in here. Yeah, not looking good, guys. Not looking good. Channel. This is your last leg here, and that all depends too, because this chart is non-log scale. When you do the log scale, you can see that we already cracked the channel. So when it looks like it has one more leg, you can bet your bottom dollar that with a log scale chart, you're already below the channel. So you're already out of the channel. FT levels, you got way more to go. For support, 226, which is very possible. Gann grid, you already broke this angle. Gap fills, if it's going to go on a hunt for gap fills, we could close this up. This is very possible if it wants to fill these up or gap fill these up this year and then get a rally. But, you know, time will tell, but just something to keep in mind. These I probably just have to delete already because these are done. Remove that. But I worry about this anymore. This is the one that we're going to be focusing on if it gets down there. Like I said, remain short. Trend lines from the 52 low. There's this last one, and then this one. So remember, this is a non-log scale chart. So you look at this, and other traders are looking at this, and they're pivoting in these key pivots of lows. You can see, well, maybe we'll find support here. And if it goes down here, we might find support here. But check this apple out. Put a log scale chart on this one right here with these trend lines, and look what you get. You already failed it. So there's traders that are using log scale. They're like, yep, we're going straight down here. So that's why I always recommend use both. When I use both, I put these on my market profile, and this is a log scale chart. So when I put my trend lines here, it should show it what the log scale traders are looking at. And it's just kind of more extra data that you can kind of assess and be like, all right, if we're going to be looking at trend lines, look how far for support, for possible support. Not that we know that it's going to hold. So something for you to keep in mind. But this one I always keep, I don't put log scale on it, but I look at both. So when I'm looking at this chart, I'm looking at in the lens of what traders don't use, traders that don't use log scale. And that is this right here. So just remember those things. These are where traders that don't use log scale, they're looking at this. So I want to see if it hits this, and if it finds support, then maybe there's a floor there or a base where it could consolidate. Retracements, I fixed my retracements. We're focusing now with the 152 low and the 490 high. We took out our midpoint. You can see there was a fierce battle. It failed. Right now you got the 67.7. These are Gann ratios, 264, 266. If that doesn't hold, we're going down to 236. And I think that's it. My SO didn't work out. I thought this was going to be a turning point here, and so far it had just been dwindling lower. And my swing points or swing chart, what's interesting here is that we have 33 days going down from this swing point as of today. 33 days and 23 bars. When we did our 490 high on March, what is it, 9th or the 10th? Yep. We have 33 bars. So there's some kind of symmetry here. So we want to keep an eye on this low today. Same thing like this low. Tomorrow we get a fail new low, like it doesn't push lower. Maybe a gap up, or maybe just sideways to grind higher. Just check, make sure that this 25 doesn't get violated. It might possibly be a turning point using this technique of 33 days and 33 bars. Let's look at our midpoint chart and see what we have here. So far, we have failed the midpoint for the year. And right now, there's a quadrant support here around 252. Looks like a hockey stick, but nothing promising. This is the only thing that looks promising is the TD9. But we got to see how we close this week. You don't want to start buying now. We have hit our monthly pivot low around 264, and still nothing is positive here. This looks interesting, but I'm not going to bet my money on that to go along. On the 4 hour, we have been hitting the quadrant here, so we have more to go for this week. We can even get down to 257 and see if that holds, but so far this quadrant is holding. The 4 hours looking a little positive, but not guaranteed. Could be a bull trap and then push even lower, or just kind of grind sideways to lower. But we're definitely at the bottom of the barrel, and this is the week. So you want to at least try to get above 280. Can't get above 280 or push or fail. It's probably going to go back down, test the low, and maybe continue pushing lower. And for today only, The line in the sand for today is around 275. I doubt I'll get up there unless the turn is here using the 33 day pattern. So we'll see. But this is the low here, so I'm sure maybe bottom feeders are coming up. The hour looks good, but you know how it is with the markets. It gets crazy, it's choppy and volatile, and then they'll probably push it lower. Hopefully this helped. I'm going to sign out. Hope you like this video. I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on that gas.